This is lesson 6.5, day 1 on complex numbers in a polar form. You can read the learning targets below. So the first thing we'll talk about is called a complex plane. So we've had the real number plane already where you can graph ordered pairs and your XY plane. What we're going to be focusing now on is a complex plane. So a complex number is written in the form, grab my highlighter here, where we're going to highlight the complex number in that form. So z equals a plus bi. So you're going to think of that a and b as your point on a coordinate plane. The horizontal axis is called the real axis. The horizontal axis is your real axis. So down below, this horizontal axis right here is your real axis. The vertical axis is the imaginary axis. So here's your vertical axis. The coordinate system is called the complex plane. Every complex number can be written as a ordered pair. So we're going to be plotting these on a coordinate plane, but you're plotting it on a complex plane instead. So we'll do some examples on the next slide. So example 1. Plot each complex number in the complex plane. So remember, this is your real axis, so that's going to be your A value. And then this will be your imaginary axis, which is going to be your B value. So example A, we have the complex number 3 plus 4i. So a complex number is z equals A plus bi. So first example, I'm going to do it in the green. So this is your A value. So we're going to go 3 units to the right. So here's 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the right. And then the positive 4 is your B value. So now we're going to go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is your first plot of z. So I'm just going to label that z equals 3 plus 4i. I'll erase these little green dots. All right. Example B. Z equals negative 1 minus 2i. So this is your A, and then the negative 2 is going to be your B. So we start off on the real axis. Negative 1 means we're going to go to the left 1. So there we are at negative 1. And then our B value is a negative 2. So we're going to go down 2. So 1, 2. So we're finishing up right there. So I'm going to erase that. So this is my Z, my complex number. Z equals negative 1 minus 2i. Finishing right there. All right. Next one, example C. Example C has the real piece. This is your real. But then there is no imaginary. So plus 0i. So that's your B value. So we're going to go on the real axis, left 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're not going anywhere on the imaginary axis. So we finish up on the horizontal axis. So this z value is negative 3. All right, last one, example D. Z equals negative 4i. Notice that you're missing the real piece, so I'm going to put in 0 minus 4i. So this is your A value, your real axis is 0, and your imaginary axis is -4. So you start off at the origin. We are not moving anywhere on the real axis because it is a 0. And then we're going to go down 4 on the imaginary axis. So that purple dot represents the complex number -4i. And that's how you can graph in the complex number plane.